Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice Radio. So today, we're going to be looking at a new Torkoal card. And Torkoal's one of these weird ones, right? Because Torkoal, well, it's a basic Pokemon, and it doesn't evolve, so they've always got to do some weirder stuff with it. They've always got to try a little bit here and there, and some Torkoal turn out really, really good. And some Torkoal come out, yeah, they're alright. This one, it's alright. Let's have a gander, shall we? Starting off with the basics, we've got 110 HP, which is alright for a basic. It's there with Zapdos, but then again, if we look at some of the fire basics we're talking about at the moment, we got stuff like Blacephalon with 120 HP, and Volcanion with 120 HP. Frankly, ladies and gentlemen, not terribly impressed. We've got a retreat cost of 2 here, so the obligatory reference to the Beware that can give you free retreat. And we've got a weakness to water, which is fine. Water decks are not great at the moment, although fire decks like Reshiram and Charizard and Blacephalon are. So there's every possibility here that you end up getting hit for weakness because people are trying to counter these other fire decks instead. Hey-ho. Oh, speaking of which, you are a fire Pokemon, so that means that you get access to Welder to accelerate a little bit of energy. And you've got all kinds of ways of getting your fire energy, more on that in a moment. And the good news is you're hitting 2 weaknesses. You're hitting weakness on grass decks like Celebi and Venusaur, as well as metal decks like Lucario and Melmetal. The bad news is, they're just not seeing much play at the moment at all. A little bit of Celebi and Venusaur, but really not that much. And part of the reason is that Reshiram and Charizard and other fire decks are so gosh darn good that it just becomes a bit dumb to try and play anything weak to fire. But you're still hitting 2 weaknesses, and that's pretty nice. So the first attack here for 1 fire energy lets you put 4 fire energy basic from your discard pile into your hand. Of course, saying basic is kind of irrelevant. All the special energies that can be fire are only fire when attached. Look at something like rainbow energy or even burning energy back when we had it. So that's kind of cool. You're getting 4 energy back. And this is what I meant when I was talking about the whole getting your energy. We've got a lot of options. I mean, the closest thing we've really got to this at the moment is Fire Crystal. Fire Crystal is an item card that lets you put 3 fire energy from your discard pile into your hand. This is better than Fire Crystal. Of course, Fire Crystal is an item card, and this is an attack. And it is a single energy attack on a basic Pokemon, and that's actually kind of nice. It means that, for argument's sake, you might want a turn 1 Sightseer. You might have Sightseer in hand and not much else. So you use Sightseer, but you end up discarding a whole bunch of fire energy. But you need to discard the energy so that you can draw more cards with Sightseer and help to set up. But you don't worry too much, because Torkoal's a basic Pokemon. You attach a single basic energy and all of a sudden, yay! Now you're alright because you can just get that energy straight back again. And now it's in your hand ready to go next turn. And look, fire decks want fire energy in hand. Welder is phenomenal. It lets you attach 2 fire energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon and draw 3 cards. That's pretty spectacular. But you got to have the fire energy in hand in order to do that, and Torkoal helps. The thing is, we've got enough other options. If you want fire energy as a fire deck, you're sorted. Now, I've just mentioned Fire Crystal, that's pretty good. To be fair, we do have Fisherman in the format at the moment. It was reprinted in Celestial Storm, which lets you put 4 basic energy from your discard pile into your hand, but that's your supporter for the turn. Now, to be fair, you don't really want to give up your supporter for the turn, and you don't really want to give up your action for the turn, so stalemate? But the point is, it's as good as Fisherman. And then we've got a whole bunch of ways to get our energy out of the deck. We've got Fiery Flint, which discards 2 cards from your hand and then searches for 4 energy. And we've got Giant Half, as it's being translated over here, which is Viridian Forest. You discard a card from your hand to search for an energy, except instead of any 1 basic energy, you get 2, but they've both got to be fire. But you will need to recover fire energy. Now, honestly, I like Torkoal best in the early game. I like Torkoal best when it is I've got to do really big discarding, and fire crystal's just not going to get enough back. Now, if you end up with like 10 energy in a discard, fire crystal's not going to be enough. This can help you out. And there are other supporter cards that are going to make us discard stuff early. We looked at Clay the other day. Discard the top 7 cards of your deck, put any items discarded into your hand, which is cool. But the problem is you're going to discard all your energy. Well, Torkoal can help you out. Or maybe you're playing Zeb Striker. But that's alright. Torkoal can help you out. Honestly, my biggest issue with this is that if you really want to get all of the fire energy back from your discard, we've got either Victini Prism Star or we've got Flareon GX, both of which do 20 damage for each energy in your discard pile. Now, Victini shuffles them back into your deck. Flareon GX actually doesn't. So really, use Flareon and then use Victini to get them all back. But we've got ways of taking advantage of the energy in our discard pile. And that's kind of my point here. There are going to be turns where you really want to get that energy out your discard pile, especially to use Welder. And this will help you, but we do have other options. That's what I'm getting at here. As for the attack, free fire energy, 100 damage, discard an energy from this Pokemon, and an energy from the defending Pokemon. Now this is very cool. 100 damage is alright. 100 damage means a KO on Malamar and Jirachi and all of that. But it means you are stopping short of stuff even like Zapdos, which is a bit sad. If you're hitting for weakness, it might be alright. Something like a Duskmane Necrozma's going down. But you're not getting Lucario and Melmetal. You're not getting Celebi and Venusaur. Even if Choice Band hadn't rotated, it has. But even if it hadn't, you would get Lucario and Melmetal. You wouldn't get Celebi and Venusaur. Except Lucario and Melmetal would almost certainly have used their GX attack to reduce damage done by 30. So actually you wouldn't be getting them. Doesn't do quite enough damage. The good news is we've got Welder. Welder attaches 2 of the energy, then you attach 1 from your hand. Boom, free energy, off you go. So even though it's free energy, paying the attack cost here isn't a huge issue. I mean, if you like, we've also got Arcanine that can accelerate energy nicely from your discard. Does 120 for free energy and attaches 2 fire from your discard to one of your bench Pokemon. But really, Arcanine just goes to show that we can do better. Arcanine for free energy does 120 and accelerates, rather than just 100. And then we've got that Volcanion that for 2 energy does 50, but if there are 4 fire energy on the board, on your side, you do 110. Now 110 is crucial because that is up to Zapdos KOing territory, and Zapdos sees a huge amount of play. So, okay, it is technically 1 extra energy, but that's 2 on Volcanion and 2 anywhere else you like. Which means there's a huge advantage to playing Volcanion here. I don't know if this attack does enough damage to warrant playing it over something like Volcanion. Or Blacephalon, though Blacephalon can be awkward. Ironically, Blacephalon, you want to discard a whole bunch of energy from your hand, 50 damage for each energy discarded. And Torkoal's going to love that, because Torkoal puts a bunch of energy in your hand. Now, the last thing we need to look at here is the fact that you are discarding an energy attached to the defending Pokemon. And that's good. That is automatic energy discard. And we do not see that very often. We really don't. One of the best ones we've got at the moment is the Pyroar from Lost Thunder. And the Pyroar from Lost Thunder does 30 and discard an energy for 2 energy. Just straight discard. And that's about the best we've got, except it only does 30 damage. Not ideal. We've got stuff like Zeraora, but that only discards special energy, which is not necessarily good enough. So you're not doing quite enough damage, but you are discarding energy. And this could help. This is alright. Now, we have a lot of energy acceleration at the moment with stuff like Malamar and Naganadel, as well as Welder, so I'm not sure if we're really in the best format for trying the whole energy denial thing right now, but you can't deny that automatic energy discard is good. I feel like Torkoal's kind of fun as a basic, but it's just not quite enough. The first attack is good, but we've got an item that can do almost as well. The second attack is good, but are we really going to play it over some of these other Pokemon? And I'm not sure we're going to, and that's where I fall down with Torkoal. Close, but not quite enough. I'm giving it between 2 and 3 Wassies. We don't give half Wassies, that would be barbaric. It's good, it's alright, it's going to help, but I just don't feel like it's quite good enough to warrant playing it over other cards. But hey, maybe you feel differently. Let me know in the comment section. Maybe you agree. Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassie, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do exactly that. And please do make sure you're checking out youtube.com/WassiePlays, where we talk about a whole bunch of games that don't even have any Pokemon in. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross and you've been watching PTCG Radio.